Hello and welcome to our OSSLT video series. Today we're going to be looking at how the online test looks and reviewing some of the tools available for you to use. So on the day of the test, you're going to navigate to the login screen and enter your password that will be given to you by the administrators before the day of your test. A confirmation screen will appear next, and you will have to ensure that the ID number on the test confirmation screen matches the one on your ticket. If it does, then click confirm, and if it doesn't, then log out and tell your teacher. Once you have permission from the teacher, you may begin the test by clicking Start Test. You'll be taken to the first page, which is essentially a table that outlines and describes some of the tools available to you. Let's take a look at those tools right now and see what the online version of the literacy test looks like. The first thing you might notice is the split screen. So the reading selection is on the left and the questions are on the right. So one tool that you can use right away is the zoom in, zoom out feature. It's the magnifying glass with the plus there, and I think you can zoom in 3 or 4 times and still read the selection, and you can zoom right out to see probably the entire reading selection and the one question. So one neat feature is the line reader. If you click on it, it'll highlight just a certain amount of the page or 1 or 2 lines so that you can follow the text a little bit easier if you tend to get distracted by too much writing on the page. If you find the split screen bothersome, then you could always expand it using that tab on the right hand side with the double arrows so that your text is all on one page. And all of those features, the tools are available for you to use in that mode as well. Another cool feature is the custom masking tool, which is the box with the white circle in it that allows you to draw a blind from the bottom to the top to cover any text, and then you can slowly draw it down. You can also draw it from side to side to cover any information on the left or the right that you might find distracting. One tool you might find yourself using quite a bit is the Strikeout tool, which is the red pen on the left side of the toolbox. All you have to do is hover over a choice and then click on it, and the pen will strike it out for you. Alternatively, you could use the answer masking tool, which will completely block out any of the multiple choices that you don't want to see. That way you can eliminate them and make the correct choice. Just don't forget to deselect everything before you actually go back to choose the correct answer. So of course, the tool that you will probably use the most is the highlighting tool. It's the yellow one there on the toolbar. And it allows you to highlight anything in the article that you're reading. It also allows you to highlight anything in the questions, so the multiple choice questions. And you can actually even highlight some of the stuff in the answers. The one problem with this tool, though, is that once you go to the next page, or the next multiple choice question, the things you've highlighted in the text don't appear on the next page. So you kind of have to start from scratch again. New multiple choice question, new highlighting, right? So this particular question asks you to look in paragraph 4, scroll down to paragraph 4, and highlight the main points there. By the way, if you do go back to that previous page, all of the highlights, the strikeouts, and even the multiple choice selection you made will still be there. It just doesn't follow you through the test. Another useful tool you can access on the test is the flagging option. So say you're working on a multiple choice or short answer question, you're having difficulty with it, flag it with the little flag at the top, and then move on to another question, or 2 or 3, or you can even finish the test. At any point while you are writing the literacy test, you can click on the blue review box at the top, which will take you to a table of contents and show you what questions you flagged. If you click on that question number, you can go back, revisit the question, finish it up. Just make sure you unflag it or deselect it so it's not red anymore before moving on to the rest of the test. The last tool we're going to look at is the Notepad. It is the third icon from the right, and it looks like a little clipboard. Once you've selected it, it will open up a little window, and you can type anything in there that you want. It replaces the old rough note section in the paper to pen test, so it is not scored by the markers. In this case, we are making notes to help us organize ideas that are based on the highlighted areas of this reading selection. We're going to use this information when we answer the short answer question. You can move that little box around so that it's not in your way when you go to type your answer in the short answer section. And you can save it and close it when you don't need it. Now, the best way for you to become familiar with all of these tools and the format of the online test is to actually go on the EQAO literacy test website, click on the sample online test, and you can go through a test and see how all the tools work on your own. And that way you're familiar with it on the day that you have to write your test, okay?